Okay, all right. The last session we have discussed about something the mini project. So let's see today what we are going to discuss. So something the functions which we are going to discuss hereafter. The first function which we are going to discuss here that is the range function. So function is like this, parenthesis, fine. So we'll understand this range function in our Python. So the term itself is saying that what is the range function. So that is going to give you something the range that everybody know. Range means range only. So what is the range here that it is going to do? So let's understand here that this range function is going to generate what it is going to do. It is going to generate something the sequence of numbers. So how it is going to give you a sequence of numbers you will understand. So what is the use of it? So this is just like whatever the loop that you have discussed for loop while loop. So this is a bit more to compare with that one, more advanced one, this function. So what is the here the sequence of numbers? So for example, I am giving here the range something 5. So it means that it is going to give you the numbers from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the whatever the number that you are giving, the last number that is not going to consider here. So that is remember for your interest purpose. Let's understand the starting number is always start from the 0. Remember. So just like your index number, it always start from the 0. So what it is not going to accept the last number, whatever you giving, that is not included. Last number is not included. In the sense, whatever you give here, that last number it is not taking. For example, observe. So I'm going to write that one more range function here, that is the 10. So how many I will get here that my output? Observe, it is always start from the 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 only. So whatever the number that is there, this number is not included. This is remember. So it always start from the 0. So even if you are not giving anything here, it always start from the 0. So that is one thing remember. And the another thing observe here that there is some syntax that you need to follow. So whatever the syntax here that, so this range function we mostly use, otherwise you can use from tomorrow onwards in the real time. Based on your knowledge, I will tell you how to use it in the real time. Now observe here that the syntax is that so you can give like this only single digit. For example, I'm giving 5, or you can give double digit range. That is, I want to start from 1, 10 something. So what does it mean? Observe. So whenever you give 2 digits inside that function range, so which means that the first one is the starting number, and the last one that is that ending number. I already told you that ending number not included. So remember. Perfect. Now observe here. So here I am giving only the one number. So how your range function can understand this is your last number. So I already told you by default it starts from 0. Simple. This is the default. So let me write here for your understanding. So perfect. This is the simple thing. Observe. The one more thing that we can follow here, that syntax, that is you can use range function for if you want to start from 1 and 10 numbers, and you can give here the step number. So for every value by default it is taking that one only. So which means whatever the starting number that is there, it is going to add the one number for that. So the next number it is going to add that the 2 number, which means that every time it is going to increase by 1 only. Simple. So if you want to increase 2 times, 3 times, what you require to do, you can use here that step. So here syntax after the first one is starting number, and the second one is the ending number, and
అయ్యో సింపుల్
number.
ఏం చెయ్యు కొంచెం గైడ్ గైడ్
Everybody, please be on
అరే
mute.
గైడ్ వద్దా ఇంకా నీకు
Deepika. So fine, let's see all of them in our real time. So how we can do it, the very basic to advanced, we will check it out. Let's see here that this is the old one. So now I'm writing something the range number. So for example, I'm giving here the direct keyword. Is it taking it or not? Let me check. I'm going to give something number 10 here. Hit the enter. No. Go and run it. You can observe here that your output, you are not getting anything. So for that cases, what you require to do here, that simply you can give something the variable name. For example, this is the variable name. For example, numbers is equal to something range that I want. For example, I want 5. 5 means it is going to count from 0 to 4 only. 5 is not included. Now you can see you are not getting anything. So what you do here, that go and print. So whatever the variable that you are taking here, that variable you go print it out. So now you can observe here that. So your range function is giving you from 0 to 5 only. So that is fine. Let's see that the something other numbers. If we give that some other number. So let me go right here, that range is there, that is fine, but we are printing only, so nothing bigger. Whatever you are giving, it understand that it is start from the 0 and end by 5 only. So that is not the big thing. Now let's observe here that, let me write that another one. For example, I'm giving 5, 10, something the 50 or 100. So this is 2 ways also you can write. Go and click on run. You can see output, that is the range is giving that value. So for example, you can give here that something 2, that is the step. You go run it. You can see here that this is also giving the same print. Now this is not what I am expecting. What I am expecting here, that I want to see the numbers. So now observe my scenario. I want to see the serial number. So I want to see the serial number from 1 to 10. Let's observe how to write it. So in such cases, if you want to achieve such kind of the things, you must use that, the some loop concept, that is the for loop. I'm going to use that keyword for loop. And the numbers that I want to get. Okay, fine. For loop, I'm using that number, temporary name, and from inside your range. Now I'm giving here that range. So here the range what I'm giving here, that I want 5. So just giving 5 only, just use the colon. Now you go print, you can observe your output, how you will get. So now the moment you go run it, observe. So you'll get that this numbers 0 to 4. So what I'm using for loop For loop, what it is going to check? So whatever the number that you give, this range 0 to 5, I want to print one by one. So if I want to give something the text over here, that, so just like that serial number like this. So what you can do here, that, so let me write here. So serial number, let me give like this. Simple. Now you go click on run, you can observe that your serial number automatically will come. So for example, not only like this, if you want something the 500 also, so you can give as many numbers as you want, you can get that output. Simple. So this is fine. I am giving here that only the one value, that is the ending value. For example, I am giving, I want to start from, so what, let me give something the 10. So now you go run it, you can observe here that it is going to give you till the 9 only. So you always remember that it starts from the 0 if you don't give any number. So for example, I want to start from 1. So you can give starting number is this one, this is the your ending number. Now you go run it, observe. So it is giving you start from the 1 until the 9 only. So as I told you that it is not considering whatever the ending value that is there. So that's why I'm going to change here that ending value. So I want 10 numbers. So you can give 11, you go run it. Simple. In the same manner, if you want, the 100. So if you give 100, it's going to stop at the 99. So it starts from the 1 only because you have given that 1. That is fine. But I want 100. So what you need to add here, that you can give here that one more number, that is the 101. Now you go observe here that you will get that output. So this is how you can do it. Simple. Fine. I want some step. So I'm removing all this. Otherwise, let me rewrite it. So I'm going to use that other syntax, that I want to give that starting number. And ending number. And I want to give some step here. So let's understand what you can do by using this step. We will understand here. So observe. For example, I'm going to give here that something number. So instead of that, directly let me write for loop. So for loop, I'm giving that something the x. So this is the for loop name. The my range is something like this. I want to start something from the 1. I want to end by the 50. So I want to give that step 2. So if I give 1 to 50, you will understand first, then I will add the step. So now I want to print here that. So numbers, something I'm giving text over here. This should be comma, the whatever that is x only. Fine. So whatever you take here, you can give print here. This is plain text. You can give any name here. Now you go run it. You can observe here that it is giving you till 49. That is fine. Now that is not the case here. That so you just observe, it is going to give you that one number increment, 1 2 3 4 5 6 like this. There is no 2 numbers increment, 3 number increment. For example, here I want to give that something in the step 2. So if I give 2 here, that what you will get here output, you can observe. The every value is increment by 2. So 1 is added to 2, become 3, added to 5, added to 7, 9, 11, like this. You are getting that odd numbers. So for example, you want to get the something the even number that you might not get here. So but the something step you can give here. So this is only the key. Yes. So for example, if you want 5 steps for every number, now you go run it, you can answer. So this is how exactly if you want here, you can start from 0. Now you can see 5, 10, 15 like this, you will get the output. This is how simple that you can use 3 basic syntax of your range function. So let's see some of the the real-time scenarios where you can use it, how you can use it and all. Otherwise, you can understand that is the length of your range also. So wherever there is the requirement, then we will check it out. First observe here that. So for example, I want to ask some of the students, otherwise any ID cards. So these ID cards, I'm setting that some of the range. So range in the sense that, so whosoever taking the admission, so from admission 152, so admission 200 something. These 50 numbers I want to so provide that something the access. Otherwise, let me give here late commerce. Something in your section there are the 200 members, but 150 to 200 people ID cards, so they are coming from the very rare. So now observe here that how you can get that into real time. So far, so your ID card in, so range you have to remember simple. So you have to understand your the college admission is from 1. So for example 200 admissions that are there. If you want to give 200 also, you can give 201. Simple. So now you want to print output. So what you want to print? So they are late commerce, something like this you can give. So now whatever the ID that is there, you can print here. Now you go run it. So you can observe it is starting from 0 to 201. But my scenario is 150 to 200. So here it is giving from starting from 1. So this is not the right way. What I want here, that I want to give from 150 to 200. So this many people only late comers. This is fine. 200 is coming. First one also you can check it is start from 150. That is how you can do it. Let's see the something other one in the some real time. So for example, I want to set the page numbers. Simple, page numbers how to set. So for example, I want to set my page numbers 1 to 100. Simple thing, for loop only. So whatever you use here, that let me give page number in whatever the range that is there. So your page number starting from 1 end by 100. Simple. So now you finally go and print. Simple. So you can give text here that by default page number is this much. You can give normal text here. Page number. Simple. You go run it, you can achieve this by using this range function. So like this, I just wanted to count the numbers also. If you want to count the numbers, you just change here that only text. So 1 to 100 I want to count. So this is how you are counting the numbers. Simple. So it means that it is going to give you that whatever you want to do with the serial number. So let's check some other thing also here. So here the V people are playing the games. So we have levels. So level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, the levels that are there in our game, usually we used to play in our mobile. So I want to let that every level you are achieving some level. So then I want to give you that congrats. Open the next level. So otherwise click here for next level. Simple. I want to give like this. Now observe how I can write this. Same thing only, nothing bigger. So just use the for loop. So you can give something the game levels, something the name here. So in range. So range is here that my game level is 1 to 5 only, not more than that. So now I want to give here the output. So print. So whatever my first level is completed, something I want to give game level. Something I'm giving here that. So whatever the game level that is there, let me take this into this flower places. So this game level. So this text remove. otherwise you will get confused. Is completed. I am writing text only here, nothing bigger. Congrats. Click here for next level. Simple. Something I want to give here like this. So you can give game level again, otherwise you don't give. Let's check it out. So now let me run it. So this is the format I have given by default by using this Python IntelliSense. So let it be. We will check it out this one. Let me run it. I want to stop till here only, but it is giving that next. So now you can observe. The first level is completed. It is giving that first level completed. Second level completed. Second level is giving. But what it is giving that. So here let me. Can I able to add here the plus one? So that will give you the RAM only. So this entire thing, let me remove. So this format also not required. So this is how only 5 levels that are there. So whatever the level that you are complete, it is going to display here that level is complete. So now you go run it, observe. So this is how you usually getting that whenever you are playing the game by using your mobile. So here we have to give next level, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5 like this. So here the level is not coming. What happened? So let me rerun it. Not coming. So format is required. Otherwise you can write like this, and here you can add the content. So congrats. So please click here for next level. Something like this, and we go here that. So now it is perfect. It is giving. So this is how you can get that message. This congrats message you can give in the starting also. So usually whatever the game that you people are playing every day, this is how they will write the code behind the game. Fine. Let's see the next scenario. The same manner, the next scenario, what I want to hear that. I want to print something the month. So I want to month of this year. This year in the sense 2026 only. So how we can print that months, 12 months observe. So I'm going to give here my for loop name is month in your range that you can observe. Your month is starting from 1, your month is ending from 12. But it is not giving you right answer because of the ending is not included. Now observe. Now I'm going to print here that. So what I want to print here that I want to print. So the month number is something I want to give here, that is that. Let me give month only. And here I want to give of 2026 year. So let me write formally the year of 2026. Simple. Externally I'm giving, this is the number which is going to display here. So which is the text which is related to year only. So these are all the range it is going to appear here. So now let's check here output. So now you can see here that it is going to give you till the 11th month only. So if I want the 12th month also, what you require to do here, the last number is not included. Now you go run it, you can observe. So this is how you get the output. Simple, first month and the last month. So this is the simple thing by using it. And let me give some of the scenario over here. My scenario is now, whenever you visit the hospitals, so they are giving you token numbers. So this token number is also series, serial numbers. So whenever such kind of the serial number and the sequence of the numbers that you are find out in the real time, what is the concept which is helpful for you? That is the range function only, remember. So now observe, for example, I am using that for loop. So whatever the token number, so in whatever the range that is there. For example, every day your hospital is giving that 100 token numbers. So first one is starting from 1, the last one is ending by the 10. So which means 100 tokens. So you simply go and print here that. So you print here that your token number is something, you can write here like this. So whatever the token number that is there, you can give here. Then you can add the text. Please available at your token number timing. Something message that I want to drop to the client. So here comma is missing, simple. So this is your token number, the final display, your number will be displayed. Then after that, I want to drop some message to the patients. So please available on your token number timings. Simple. Now you go run it. So you can observe that total 100 token numbers that are there. So from this token numbers, we are going to display here. This is how simple. So this is the way that you can give in your the original the real-time scenarios, how you can use it. So these are all the medium range and from basic to something the medium range. Now what I want is something the real-time projects, what you will get the scenarios by using the range function. Observe the first one that I want to give here, that I already told you the IDs. So just like that, whenever you selected something, they might be ask you the ID which is related to employee ID that I want to figure it out. Simple. So what you can give your employee ID. For example, you are coming from you are working in some software company. So I'm going to give here that my employee ID something. I'm giving employee ID in whatever the range that is there. So now here I want to give my employee ID something that you are 2026, something passed out people. So your ID is starting from the 1. So this is the ID they give. So for example, these many people are selected this year. Total 500 employees selected for the company. So I want to check the total IDs. So for example, print. So I want to give some text here. So for example, we are selected for your Microsoft company. Microsoft employee ID. So something the ID number that I want to give here, that you can give employee ID. So these employees are freshers and they are from data science. So something like this, domain is data science. Something like this I want to print. Perfect. So how many employees that they are, selected for this year? Total 500 employees. So starting from 2026 is the code for year. So this is the something you can give here that the number. So otherwise you can give here the text also. So for example, whenever you select for the Microsoft, so they might give something the name like this, Microsoft employee ID. Now observe, the moment you run it, you can observe here. So your employee ID is giving this. So total 500 numbers employee ID that is coming. So you no need to go and cross check it. Whenever you write that something the range, it is going to give you the print like this total 500 numbers. So it is too big number, that's why taking time. Let me give only the 50 numbers. So let me rerun it. So now you can observe total 50 members that it will come. So what happened? It keep on going. So in such cases, it is giving you 2026 49 perfectly giving. So this is the employee ID. So there is the gap Microsoft and my employee ID. I don't want to give the gap here. Simple thing here, there is the gap, just remove the gap. Now you go rerun it, you can observe here. So again gap is coming where there is the gap. So 49. So no gap, then why it is coming? Let me try to write here. Let me check now whether it is taking the gap or not. Taking the gap by default it is giving one space. So then if you add text over here that you can't able to get it, so that way also we will try it. So for example, sometimes what you required. So here I might check it. So for example, I am giving Microsoft here. Here also I am giving Microsoft. So throwing error. Let me convert this into the text format. Now we can check now here. Now just a warning message, no errors. Let me check output. No, throw error. There is minimum spaces, one is only. So we are not able to merge it. So let it be this matching of your text of the company. So here only you can add the employee ID that is there. So you go run it. If you want 15, you can give 51, simple. So this is fine, simple. So perfect. In the same manner, I want to write for the something the question. So for example, if you people are writing the GATE exam, so this GATE, they are giving you 1 to 100 questions or 150 questions that are there. So you can give range only, question number range, nothing bigger. The same format only. So whatever the GATE that is there, GATE exam, in range, how many questions they might ask you? So 1 to 150 questions. So total questions might be, you go and print it over here that. So total, otherwise question number is, let me write like this. Question number something I want to give like this. Then whatever the GATE that is there. So here I want to give out of total 150 questions. Now you go run it, you can observe your output. Simple. Out of 150 questions, so you can see total questions, number of questions. So like this you can prepare. Simple. Now let's say something that some bigger one. So for example, your parents are paying the EMIs. So from this EMIs, I want to write some simple calculation for the how you are going to pay the loan amount, how you are going to, how many months that are there that you need to pay. So something like that we will understand. So now I want to give our, about that. So loan amount, something the loan amount which we have. So for example, your parents having that something that, so 10 lakhs. So this much is the loan amount that is there. The monthly EMI you must pay. So it means your parents. Monthly EMI they have to pay. Something the 40,000 they are paying. So perfect. This is the loan amount. This much is you need to pay every time. So now I want to understand that how much it is going to have that remaining amount for every month whenever you are paying 40,000. So now observe for, I'm going to give here that how many months only you are going to pay. So months in range. So for example, your parents paying in the 50 months, almost 60 months they are paying the loan amount for the 10 lakhs. So every month they have to pay 40,000. So now observe the, usually I'm going to print over here that how you will get the output. Observe. So here I'm going to give here that my month. So what is the month number here? You just to type here that. So this is the months, and I want to write here that my remaining balance, remaining loan amount is, I want to give something here that remaining. So you can give that loan amount. Fine, perfect. Now let me check here that the remaining I have to write, otherwise let me write here the logic. So remaining loan, I want to write some logic here. So whatever the my loan amount that is there, from my loan amount I have to monthly paying the money. So from this loan amount every month I'm paying this much. So the loan amount minus this value, so will give you the remaining, the simple maths only. So how many months that you are paying, that is also calculate. So you are paying that monthly EMI. So this months, how many months that you are paying, that is also matter. So this is entire thing convert into the one parenthesis. Now observe here that I am taking this much of the loan. This is the amount that I need to pay every month. But I have to understand that how many months that is their duration. Duration total 60 months I need to pay. So let me give here 61. So total 60 months I need to pay a loan. Fine. Now whenever you are going to pay these many months, you have to understand every month it is going to deduct in your loan amount. So what I am writing, the my remaining loan, how can I know about that remaining loan? Whatever the loan amount that is there. So from this loan amount, every month I am paying 40,000. So how many months I need to pay? Total 60 months. I am giving that multiplication. Simple. So now I am expecting my output is here that. So whatever the month that is there, so that month, first month, second month, third month till the 60 months, it is going to print here, and the remaining amount I need to see here. So what I need to give here that your remaining loan. So whatever you calculated here, it should come here. Simple. You go run it, you can observe. So this is how you calculate it. About the total loan, how much you need to pay, that 10 lakhs. So this is the simple thing, you just have to understand. So whatever you are taking the loans, usually your parents, so almost 25 months it is completed your loan amount. but whatever the extra money that is paying, that is the interest. So this much you people are paying the interest for the banks. That's why don't go for the loans. So this is how simple. You just have to understand how to calculate that, the loans. Simple. Let's see the next one. So page number scenario I have seen. So you might checking with the clock every day. So you know about that stopping clock. Otherwise you can write it that timer. Timer you usually use it 60 seconds, 30 seconds whenever you're writing exam or you preparing something or something else. How you are going to calculate that? Observe. For example, so I want to check my timer in the seconds. So usually we people counting the seconds only. Your timer or hours, minutes, you can take it. So I want to set the range. So for example 60 seconds I want to do something. Otherwise let me give 120 seconds. So it means within the 2 seconds I want to do some work. So your second is starting from 1. So I'm giving here that reverse order. Observe. So I'm giving -1 here. So -1 in the sense it is going to take that reverse order. So you are setting that 120. So from that 120 I want to stop till the 0. So it means that 1. You might not understand. Let me make you understand. First let me give here that. So second of, for example, current time 8 p.m. So whatever the seconds that is there. So fine, this is how. Whenever your time is completed, you can print again times up like this. So let me give some text over here, but nothing else. So now you go run it, you can see the reverse order. So this times up is coming every time. Then what you need, you can go remove the space. Now you go run it, you can understand. So your seconds is observed here. So first 120 seconds it is coming, 119 seconds. Like this, it is going to go down till the 1. Simple. So it is stopping at the 2. Let me give here that 0. Simple. Now you go run it, you can observe. So till the 1, you can give here that times up. This is how you can set that clock. So this is the backend, how it works whenever you are using timer. So you can try it out. So this is the thing. Let's check the slicer that you can do here. Slicer is something what it is going to do. So your slicer is going to do just restricting some data, or it's just like a index number. So what it can help observe for range, I'm giving that something the x value. So you can take the something range. So you can give default this range value 1 to 11. Perfect. Now what I'm going to print, I'm going to print x value. Now observe here what you will see here that. So from 1 to 10 you can see. So I'm adding something the number here. So text only I'm adding, nothing bigger. Now you go run it. So instead of plain output, you can see something. So for example, I want to stop from here to 5 only. So what should I do? So I can use that index number. So how do I use? Just here the output, open the square brace, just to give some space. So you can take from the 0